me. Come with a real hip in the front seat. Get my meals, I'm gunning for the money. Money in the bank. Come with a dank. Skrilling a tank. Rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Live, Woodsports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by guys Spin More.
Hello.
If you guys haven't already, please make sure to like button. We got young Chris back in the TD booth. Do you feel like
Day trip to Wisconsin?
Yeah, day trip to Wisconsin. What happened?
You guys actually told the truth. I hopped in the chat and I was like, I wanted to clear the air, but you guys actually told the truth. Yeah, my car broke down. Good old Mary broke down, but now.
What's your car's name?
Mary the Mariner. And she
Mary
is now
the Bear?
Mary the Mariner.
Oh.
Mary the Mariner. And now she's quiet as a church mouse.
She's fixed.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. How much that run you?
Let's not talk about it. Let's just say if you need anything, if you need help moving on the weekends or something, let your boy know.
You're fucking Chris come drop your TV for you.
Yeah.
His hands are fucking. Hey, shout out to JB Smooth for stepping up, filling in for Chris in the TD booth yesterday.
Shout out.
Killed it. Effortlessly, seamlessly transitioned. You the fucking man, JB.
That's a good show.
And for doing all the extra work around WSN, man.
I do what I can.
Hardest working man in Woodward Sports.
Hardest working man at Woodward Sports.
Facts.
Lentz and Noah are up there. But JB's like more like hands-on with stuff, too.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, jack of all trades. Jacking off
I need a
of
new
all trades.
thing.
Just plug it into like the normal.
No, it's like,
it's
a little Captain Hooky.
Jealous.
Leans a little bit to the right.
I heard those ones work the best.
There you go.
We're shouting out more Woodward Sports employees before we continue on the show because our guy D-Mac.
D-Mac is...
Not only is he a 4-time Stanley Cup champion, but yesterday he won a golf tournament with 4 broken ribs.
4 broken ribs. Dude
Jeez.
is an absolute animal. He's the toughest man I know. One of the coolest men I know. And,
Yes.
Shout out to D-Mac. He's an absolute monster. Hopefully, he's recovering.
Yeah.
Feels better. But we'll hold the fort down for you, D-Mac. He's got deathmatch wrestling on Friday at the Old Miami.
He said that was
We're going.
The past 2. What do you mean at Miami? Like in Miami?
Old
Florida?
Miami. The Old Miami, the bar in Detroit.
Never been.
Oh, yeah, we're going.
All right.
It's like a regular wrestling show, and then deathmatch wrestling, and then a grinder performance. So he's got a triple header on Friday.
There's no way.
I wouldn't be surprised.
There's no way.
He's a machine.
That's the thing too. Like guys like fucking Chris, Blake Griffin with torn MCL, which is I've had torn MCL. All right, I continue to dance all night long.
Yeah, we were
to
playing
work.
NBA basketball.
That's fucking shimmying.
Oh, yeah,
D-Mac,
that's a lot.
you get paid playoff money to play those playoff games.
Yeah.
He's also a millionaire. He wasn't getting paid for that golf outing.
No.
That was
For charity.
for charity.
American Cancer
Let
Society.
the
competitive
record
nature.
show. I am never in any stretch of the imagination saying Blake Griffin is as tough as D-Mac. Let's just
That's
put
fair.
that out of there.
That's fair.
There's a whole nother level.
we're
But you
done
can
with
give
Blake
credit
Griffin.
for a player playing through injury. There's just different levels to
Just
this.
more
And
credit to
D-Mac's
D-Mac.
at the top.
Yeah, but make sure
more
you guys
credit.
come on Friday to the Old Miami. I think festivities start at 7,
All right.
and I'm going. It's my dad's
What if
birthday on Friday,
D-Mac's
too.
not there?
Well, he's going to be there.
What if he's not
I
performing?
mean, either way, it's...
He's gonna be there.
Yeah, he's going to be
He
there.
said past 2 days like the most painful 2 days.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's going through a lot, man. He needs the boys, needs the support. So we got you, D-Mac. Got your back.
Shout out to D-Mac. He's a true legend. Then I just participated in the tournament. Literally won the fucking tournament. That's truly
Yeah, 16
true
under.
D-Mac fashion.
They shot 16 under.
Damn, dude.
4 broken ribs.
That's
What a beast.
moving on. What's Patriots hyping up the mid? What
Patriot to try and gas this up. Patriots fans on Twitter.
Dude,
Or on
this is
Facebook, actually, where I
ridiculous.
saw it.
Facebook.
Try and gas this up. Mac Jones, the Juju connection is going to shock the league.
Oh,
It's a still image, not
They're
even a
gassing
video.
up the mid, bro. This is like
Chris, you made a great point. This isn't even a video. That's a still
Mac
image.
Jones and doo-doo shit poopster. Like, that's still my favorite nickname ever.
Doo-doo shit poopster.
Doo-doo shit poopster.
Did you make it?
That was my fantasy name one year.
Doo-doo shit poopsters. Listen, Chris made the point. I'll let you get, there's not even a video, bro.
Yeah.
It is a still photo.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even a fucking.
It's gonna shock the league. They're gonna take the league by storm. Look out.
I guess so.
Also, did you see the hype your boy's getting?
Who?
Your boy Justin Fields.
Now what?
Oh,
Justin
this is
Fields, do we have that as well,
disgusting.
Chris?
Yes, we do. Come on.
Throw
who you
that
think,
up there
who you
for
think is
me.
in this
Come
group?
on, man.
I
Trending.
dudes this.
Justin Fields appears to be a heavy MVP favorite. He has more bets to win MVP this year than quarterbacks Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Josh Allen combined. Safe to say people are expecting a Jalen Hurts-style breakout for Justin Fields. How do you feel, Eazy? How do you Fields?
Hey, I'm not the one fucking burning my money. I'm the one just taking my wallet and fuck off the side of my window down 94. What are you people thinking? I mean, like,
What do you mean
if
by
it's a
that?
5 spot, if it's a 10 spot. I mean, I don't know, JB. What's a least amount of money to like, worthy of wasting on Justin Fields? Or actually, would you bet on Justin Fields winning MVP?
No, I'm not gonna bet on Justin Fields winning MVP. Although his odds are plus 2,000, I believe. So if you throw $100 down, you're winning $2,000. But
doesn't
still,
seem
you're
worth
just
it.
throwing away money at that point.
Yeah, you're
$200
lighting
still a lot of money
$100 on
just to be
fire.
thrown away.
Yeah.
I would maybe throw like
What are the odds?
Plus 2,000.
Plus 2,000?
Yeah.
maybe that's why.
That's pretty good odds. And, like,
He's not like the favorite. He's just the most bet on guy.
yeah, he's a heavy betting favorite.
Yeah. Public. Public also the Lions won the Super Bowl this year.
That's
We
what I
got
was gonna
more
say.
about
What's
the Bears.
crazier? What's a crazier bet?
More about the Bears later
That's a great question.
in the
Russell
show.
is plus
DNC
4,000.
ENT says I'm throwing 10 on it.
I mean, listen.
It's crazy.
Fuck it, I'm throwing 5 when I get off the show. Why not?
Fuck it. Cash at me $10 if you're just gonna waste it.
Chris asked, what's crazier? The Lions win this, like betting the Lions win the Super Bowl, or betting Justin Fields win MVP?
Careful, JB's in the room.
Probably the Lions to win the Super Bowl, honestly. I think that would be the crazier bet because Justin Fields could go off. He very well could. He's a very
Go
talented, very talented player. He's got some weapons around him now. So we'll see. He'd have to do like a Lamar Jackson-esque year where he goes for, 3,000 passing yards, 1,000 rushing yards, 35 plus combined touchdowns. But it's not impossible.
It's gross. I'd have to agree that the Lions are probably the crazier bet between the two. Just because, like, all right, listen, if he's going to have a Jalen Hurts-esque year,
Yeah.
who was in the MVP conversation last year?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Like,
Yes.
he had a ball in last year. I don't think it happens, but it does feel more realistic than Jared Goff winning the Super Bowl.
Yes, I think so. I think that would be a safer bet, but I don't think either of them are going to happen. But,
JB?
Jared Goff, really?
well, JB's got the Lions in the Super Bowl already, so that's 50-50 chance for him.
Yeah, that's true too.
Would you rather? Well, you already bet on the Lions, I guess. Was it safer bet though, the Detroit Lions winning the Super Bowl or Justin Fields winning the MVP?
Lions Super Bowl. I look, I expect Justin Fields to, be better this season. He does have the weapons for it, but still at the same time, I'm not expecting him to ball out and be this amazing quarterback to take a huge leap from the season before. So he'll be better. He's just not going to be great.
Chris, this is your question.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely crazier to bet on the team that hasn't won a playoff game in God knows how long to win the Super Bowl. And I just think so much has to go your way for that. So I would take honestly Justin Fields, because at the end of the day, if he balls out like Jalen Hurts and the team wins like 10 games, and maybe that would be enough if the Lions underachieve to win the division, then you talk about MVP candidacy, and that's not going to happen, but I guess that's more possible than a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I'm kind of on track with Burn with this one too. Is keep in mind, Eazy MVP voting is based on how flat. It's not really based on how flashy player is, but
I mean, kind of. Stats definitely matter, but
Yeah.
you got to be
flashy is like just do like you're
standing
doing
out.
It. Yeah. Like the Jared Goff had a good year in 2018. It was Todd Gurley with MVP votes and not Jared Goff.
Yeah, the only MVP who's recently won that wasn't like super flashy, like other than Tom Brady, but
Yeah,
it was like Matt Ryan.
yeah.
I'm gonna look up MVPs.
The MVP. Oh, ooh. Got some spicy reactions this one. Attila says, LMAO, outrageous take. Who did Fields even play that had pressure last year and they still finished with worst record in league? His stats were padded against horrible pass rush and contain. Listen, if you guys...
Brett Favre won 3 MVPs in a row.
That's actually insane.
Yeah.
I did not know that. But
95 to 97.
you gotta recognize that DJ Moore, as much as like I don't want to put him in the top 10 tier, he is a shade outside of it.
Yeah.
DJ Moore is a damn good wide receiver. If you don't believe me, how about you go look back at the Falcons-Panthers game last year where he just caught like 2 winners. I think he had one to go into OT and the one to seal the deal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
DJ Moore is cold. He is. He's cold. And Yak, he's cold, just going deep, running routes, all that stuff like that.
DJ Moore's a great receiver.
I like Darnell Mooney. I respect Darnell Mooney as a wide receiver. There are some of those like flashy throws that Justin Fields was able to make last year, just not consistent enough, and his offensive line sucks. He's kind of fucking scrambled right out of there. But like, if you combine it all, it does feel like it could be like an MVP recipe, I guess. If it,
yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen, but
yeah, who do you think it'd be? Did anybody? We did.
Who
the
do I
MVP
think
draft.
will win MVP?
Yeah.
Justin Herbert, I think.
Yeah.
Or Trevor Lawrence could, like, he could put up some numbers.
Yeah. I know that we did a draft. I don't think any of us picked it, Justin Fields.
No, I don't think anybody did.
Fuck it. I'm throwing 5. I just talked myself into it.
Dude, the last time...
It's still gross, but fuck you. Why not for $5?
The last time a non-quarterback won MVP was LT in 2006.
Wow.
And then Sean Alexander the year before that.
And now running backs can't even get fucking hardly over $10 million. It's still a lot of money, but in terms of value, it's just not even.
That's crazy. It's always... Lawrence Taylor won the MVP in '86.
That's nasty.
He's the only defensive player to do it. Wait a minute. Mark Mosley, a kicker, won MVP in 1982.
All right.
What?
Maybe Jared Goff can do it.
There's only been since
Jared Goff plus 2,500, by the way, if anybody was wondering.
In the history of MVPs, since 1957, there's only been 2 defensive players to win MVP. That was Alan Page in '71 and Lawrence Taylor in '86.
Am I saying this right? Attila?
Fullback has won as many MVPs as defensive players. Is that crazy?
So no, it's crazy. There's no wide receiver.
Jim Brown wasn't a fullback.
There's no wide receiver ever in history?
No wide receiver ever.
That's the crazier part to me. But Tour comments, he says, I think with more, Bears and Fields are way better. I'm saying what they need from Fields' legs, he won't be able to repeat like he did last year because defenses will scheme for him differently.
I gotta look up this guy's stats this year.
They were scheming for him last year. That's like, he's just nice. I don't know if you like remember the Detroit Lions game where he just fucking back to doing ballerina spins and fucking us up. Like that was. I hate the Bears. I think the Bears sucked. That was a horrible, like terrifying game to watch back there. Like Justin Fields is constantly just fucking like running around, making guys like miss tackles like it's a whole fucking clown show, then ripping it for 70 yards multiple times. Not multiple 70-yard runs, obviously, but multiple like big gain runs, just buying himself extra time to whip the ball down there to Cole Kmet, or even the one he had in the goal line too.
Yeah. How many? So that kicker that won MVP in 1982. So it's not like the 50s or anything. It's Mark Mosley from the Redskins, I believe. Yeah. How many field goals do you think he hit that year?
300.
No.
More?
Less. Way less.
That's fucking disgusting.
Field goals.
It's gross. I don't fucking know. 69.
No.
120.
No. Way less.
50.
20.
How this guy is...
He made 20 out of 21 field goals and 16 out of 19 extra points.
I don't understand why
he
this
missed
is a
extra
big
points.
And that had to be like a troll, right?
We have to... We'll
How many games
ask
was
Maz about it.
Oh,
You're
it was only
way
in
too-
9 games.
Okay, it had to be a lockout year. Troll year. You're way too invested in this right now.
I just want to know how the fuck a kicker could have won MVP.
Yeah, it is.
That had to be. Was that the lockout year, 82? Because he only played 9 games.
I can't save him. He's too far in. I don't have my reads. You have to tell me what I have to do.
Dispo.
Dispo?
Yeah.
Oh, Nikes. Brand new deal today at Dispo right now. For any first-time customers, you are getting 40% off at the Romeo location. 40% off. Do you understand how insane that is? I will give you money to buy my stuff. That's wild. 40% off at Dispo for first-time customers right now. Experience the true meaning of exceptional cannabis products with Dispo Dispensary. Indulge in the fine selection of cannabis curated with care with over 12 locations, including the new Whitmore Lake location. Dispo's never far away. Visit disposhops.com today. Unlock a world of endless possibilities in the realm of cannabis. That's DISPO shops.com, your local cannabis plug.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
You're a good coach, Tim. Oh, great shot.
Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports, and some, well, not so much.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby.
Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com.
Can't get enough Woodward Sports content? Head over to woodwardsports.com right now for up-to-date sports articles and great entertainment news. We have the best writers, bloggers, and coverage all at your fingertips. Head to woodwardsports.com right now to experience all Woodward Sports has to offer.
Cintron is your place to go to win a $100,000 cash trip to Vegas with the boys. Take your closest friends, live it up in the city that never sleeps. You can enter by purchasing a 24-pack of Cintron today. Cintron, it's the energy drink. Drink it and live it. The healthy energy drink with great taste and a choice for people who desire to look good, feel good, and be the best version of themselves. Find out more at drinkcintron.com/Vegas.
He said Cintron, it's the energy drink.
Yeah.
Classic.
A little bit of
is the energy
dyslexia
drink.
there.
Wow, what was it supposed to be?
It was supposed to be, it's the Cintron energy drink. Drink it and live it.
Cintron is an energy drink.
It is.
Drink it a little
I'm
I
bit.
not
didn't say,
I'm not an energy
anything
drink guy.
incorrect.
Still works.
I
Still
said
works.
factual.
I'm not an energy drink guy.
Me neither.
You never tried them?
I've tried them before.
Like which ones? When it first came out, was it all the shitty ones?
Yeah, like Venom and Rip
Yeah. Rip It. Energy Fuel.
what
Can't
was
be
the other
worse than
one?
the Eminem
Rockstar.
Venom song.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, the Eminem Venom song fucking sucks. Venom.
Did anyone have crunk juice?
Crunk juice?
Yeah, does anybody remember that one?
It's gross that you put that in your mouth, JB. I'm not going to lie.
It was Little John's energy
work?
drink. No.
I remember Rap Snacks. Actually, I think they brought those
Rap
back.
Snacks
they're
are
back.
still
Yeah,
out,
Rap Snacks are good. Get some good ass barbecue chips. Hit the like button if you guys haven't already. 5-star review on all podcast platforms. Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm Eazy at Spinwell Rex. Young
What up,
Chris,
though?
JB
My car
Smooth.
sounded like Venom the other day.
All right. The big headline of today has been Jamison Williams. I've seen some good. I've seen some bad. I got one particular thing I wanted to touch on, I guess, before we got into any of that. And it was the way Dan Campbell was speaking of it. I sent a screenshot of this in the chat, Chris, if you want, or not the chat, but in Slack, if you want to throw this up. Talking about his hands.
Yeah, talking about his hands.
Yeah, saying like they'll never be elite.
He'll never be one of those elite pass catching guys.
Like, okay, and this is from shout to Eric Woodward, by the way, from ESPN.
Shout out.
But he says, Lions coach Dan Campbell says Jamison Williams has to work on his hand mechanics. He's just got to grind on it, he said. It'll never be probably like one of these elite pass catches that you've seen, but it'll be just fine with his speed and what he's able to do. Is that like, that just didn't sit well with me.
I don't know. I'm not mad at it. I don't see Jamison Williams as a Devontae Adams type of receiver, or even an Amon-Ra St. Brown type of receiver. Those guys that bring in anything, catch anything, goes out there and sticks the ball to his hands. I don't see him as the type of guy like that. He's a weapon that you use in space, get the ball in his. I don't think he's not saying he's got bad hands or anything. He's just.
I mean, that's a roundabout way, though.
Not really.
Why
He
is
said
it
he's not going to be one of these elite pass catchers.
I mean, like, how are we able to even say that type of stuff already yet? Like, I felt like, obviously, it's not a good comment you want to hear from, like, a guy whose job is to literally catch the ball. And sometimes, too, in his case, he's meant to, like, spread defenses out, command double teams just because how fast and available he is to get open. But, like, maybe I feel like it was, like, a roundabout way of challenging Jamo to take that extra step as a pass catcher. I mean, I remember certain times last year you guys were mad at it, but like is reality of the situation. Dan Campbell kind of called out Jared Goff in like those first couple games of last season, and Jared Goff did, eventually bounce back, turn it around. Is it that Dan Campbell's doing, or is he just kind of like pulling on the man's hands right now?
No, I think he's definitely using it as a tool for him to get better, for him to improve, and maybe he wants him, in the jug machine with Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's trying to get at. I saw a bunch of reports from Jeremy Reisman and from other guys from Bombastic Side Eye. I think he's Almighty Jamo now. I think he changed his name. Jamo's eating at camp today. Made a nasty one-handed snag on the sideline, burnt Cam Sutton by 10-plus yards for like a 50-yard pass, and he caught all the balls that they saw were thrown at him. So I'm excited to see what he does, and we have Dan Campbell speaking on Jameson Williams and what he's going to do, not only during camp but during the preseason, which is what we were worried about, which is what we were thinking about. Like, what are we going to be able to see during the preseason?
It just feels like with all the extra blaha going on right now around
George Blaha.
James and Williams, it's not the time to, like, I guess, make those type of comments. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel, I don't know, man. It's just like the timing of it, with all the extra fucking critique going around.
You don't like it?
No, I don't like the head coach kind of like adding to it. You know what I'm saying? It already seems like a lot.
Yeah.
It's become like a running joke almost. It's like anything that Jamo does has been switching to like a headline story. Chris, you would say something?
Yeah, I think you're overreacting with this one. I think that when it comes to Dan Campbell, the one thing that he's been always throughout his entire tenure is completely honest on the podium.
Yeah.
And I think that is why all the players love him. So I don't think it's saying somebody is not elite. There's a lot of room between elite and bad.
Yes.
There's a lot of room. And so he's not saying that Jamo's bad. He's just being completely honest with Jamo, and it will, I think, light a fire under
Well, that's
him.
the thing, though, is like a head coach is never going to outright say you're bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're never going to hear that from a head coach. Like, this is the roundabout way of saying it,
But you
though.
could have said it a lot different. He uses specific words like elite. He could have just said if he really wanted to make it sound bad, he needs to work on catching the ball, things like that. But he said, I don't think he'll be elite. He's challenging him and also at the same time being completely honest. And again, there's levels between elite and trash.
Yeah,
Well, that's why I don't necessarily hate it, is because like it is a bit of like a roundabout way of like challenging him, because like sometimes that is the way to do things. It's like a little bit of Jedi mind tricks. It's like if you come up to that conclusion yourself, it's not me nagging you and annoying you with, hey, you gotta do this, hey, you gotta do this. It's like a fucking like, hey, you would look good in that outfit if you could, roundabout way of saying, hey,
Stop.
or I'll say, hey, wait, you can drop a couple LBs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see that part of it, and that's why I don't hate it. I just don't love it. That's all. Because all the extra criticism are surrounding him and almost every little fucking thing he does.
But he's not above that. Like Jamo isn't above. This is what Dan Campbell has done with, like you said, Goff. He is everybody on the roster. This is why Dan Campbell gets the respect, is because he doesn't put players on different pedestals and treat players differently. He's being directly honest with each of his players. And Jamo's not the first person he's going to talk about in the media, and he's not going to be the last player. Like, this is just what Dan Campbell does, and if it works for everybody else and it has everybody else respecting him, then not doing it to Jamo would make it kind of fall on deaf ears and kind of lose its tone and its impact.
And when we talk about elite pass catchers in the league, there's not a lot of guys you go out there and think about. When you talk about guys who are elite at catching the ball, it's not like you wouldn't put Tyreek Hill in that sentence. You wouldn't put other guys like that. When I think of elite pass catchers, I think of guys like Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, DeAndre Hopkins, like guys who have those hands that you're like, oh shit, like they're gonna catch any. Amon-Ra St. Brown is an elite pass catcher. So it's not necessarily a bad thing if that isn't what he is, because there's a lot of great receivers in the league that aren't the top of the top when it comes to pass catching.
No, I 100% get all that. Like, that's exactly what he is. From what we've been able to see so far. Keep in mind too, we've only seen him in 6 games in NFL action, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But also, like, it felt unnecessary unless the goal of it was to challenge him. You know what I'm saying? And not even directly challenge him, but again to challenge himself just by making the comment. You know. Mm-hmm. We'll see. Because I mean, following those statements, as you said, today he came out in practice
and he went crazy,
went dumb, went stupid, and like the names you're hearing in these practice reports that he's making these plays on, they're the Cameron Suttons.
Yeah,
they're CJ GJs. 2 additions that all of us were very happy to add to the secondary because we feel like they're damn good football players.
Yeah,
or at least good football players.
He's not running against the 2s anymore.
Exactly.
He's not out there burning Gilmore and Will Harris. He's going up against the starters and he's making them look silly. So, I'm just pissed we got to wait 7 weeks to see us in live action.
Yeah.
But we're going to get into it later, next segment, about what he's going to possibly do in the preseason and what we'd be able to see there. So I'm excited for that. But these comments by Campbell, I'm not mad at it. Did he have to say it? No. He didn't have to say it. You don't have to go out there. But I agree with like what Chris said about how he's from the jump. He's been the honest guy. He says everything that he's thinking. He says everything that's on his mind. So I think Jameson would agree with what he said and knows he needs to work on some things. So maybe we'll see him at the jug machine after practice to Amon-Ra St. Brown. What if they did it and like they were just going back and forth? Damn. They're just going back and forth and just doing like Amon-Ra St. Brown has to do one more. Yeah. And they just, neither of them stop. They're just there for the rest of time. I'm doing another one.
I think that's what it is too, because like we've been saying this the past 2 weeks. Is like, man, if Jamo, and this is not like a slight at Jamo at all, but if he had like the work ethic of an Amon-Ra St. Brown, I think we were just talking about as recently as yesterday. It's like fucking like
Amon-Ra St. Brown said his favorite player, his favorite sport star is Kobe Bryant.
One of the hardest workers ever.
And it makes sense. That Mamba mentality. Like when Lindsay tells us stories about Kobe Bryant, how he'd take 100 shots from here, 100 shots from the elbow, 100 shots from the top of the key, 100 shots from the other, and like that shit doesn't like fade off, man. You can see it's embedded in him, that work ethic, and that work ethic from Amon-Ra, I guarantee is going to start rubbing off on other guys, especially when they see him go out there and put up an all-pro year.
Yeah. And again, we'll keep this conversation going. Last Friday, we were high out of our minds at This Dispensary. Shout out This Romeo. But we openly challenged these beat reporters to find out if Jamo's playing preseason. Yeah. And we finally got an answer.
We did get an answer. But let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness right now, where you can go and you can beat low eat. Because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone, where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. It's starting to get swole like Spenny. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever.
Speak in third person.
You can get a full body workout in just 30 minutes in a 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month, or you can upgrade the Black Card for $24.99 a month. If you want more information, you can go to any Planet Fitness or visit them online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
Abby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media. We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guys from Morex.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JB Smooth. Shout out to both of you guys, always helping out with us today, or every day, I should say.
No, Chris wasn't yesterday.
Huh?
I said Chris wasn't yesterday.
Yeah, Chris let us down yesterday.
Too good for us. Had to take a day trip to Wisconsin.
So extra shout out to JB Smooth, stepping in, filling the role for.
No, I'm glad you got your situation taken care of, Chris.
No, I'm glad you do too.
I know how annoying that can be. One time when I had my old car, not the Terrain, but I had a Jimmy before that. I was driving on like 6% brakes for a couple months, and I was driving on 11 Mile at the Mount, right at the Mount intersection. There's a red light. I was going like 45, 50. Go to step on my brakes, start slowing down. Nothing happens. Brakes go all the way to the floor. Nothing happens. I pull the emergency brake. Nothing happens.
Oh, fuck.
There's cars coming out mound. Yeah. I fucking swerve in between two of the cars. Like, I laid on my horn, swerved in between two of these cars, turned around. I called my dad, and he, escorted me to my boy Mo. Shout out Mo.
Shout out Mo.
The Jimmy Whisperer. He's the only guy that's worked on my cars.
I had one of those, too. I had to go, I don't know, I'm trying to think of how many miles it was. Probably 5 miles. No brakes in my fucking Suburban, big-ass Suburban. But I was coasting, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't, doing nothing, The only situation I ran at one light where I had to run. Luckily, it's a big-ass red Suburban, so, nobody else is fucking...
Motherfuckers got out of the way.
It was the craziest part, though, was, pulling into the garage. It was, stop perfect timing. I mean, my dad was able to, pull it, and, stop it, but, I don't know. I still think about that often. It's kind of crazy that I made that trip.
Yeah, that was a sketchy moment. But we promised before the break that we'd talk more about Jameson Williams and what we can be expecting from him in the preseason and what kind of snaps he'll be looking at. And we got some words from the one, the only Dan Campbell.
In Jamo, those reps in the preseason games.
It's going to be huge. I mean to cut you off. Are you done with that, or are you reading?
All you.
It'll be imperative. I mean, we're gonna douse him with a ton of game reps. He needs that, he needs that, as he does practice. But man, and I'm telling you, as with anybody, the more reps he gets, the more time on tests, the more consecutive practices and reps he can put together, he'll just grow. I really believe that. And I do believe he wants it. I do believe he wants to get better. I do believe. So he'll grind through this, and let's see where we can go with it.
Yeah, man, I feel like in an indirect way, Campbell kind of just challenged Jamo to up it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, I think you love to hear the news that he's actually playing these preseason games, especially if there's a certain digital network show called the Woodward Heavyweights giving out tickets to these games. It's pretty awesome to hear that he's going to be playing a lot of preseason action.
Yeah, shout out to Danny Rogers. I think she's the one who asked the question. I saw her post it.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. I agree with the sentiments of Mr. Campbell, Coach Dan Campbell, where he needs those reps. He needs those live reps. He needs as many as he can get, even if it's against the third string guys that are out there for the other team, because we know that the starters aren't going to get a lot of work. But, man, I'm excited to see him out there. I'm excited to see what he can do. Hopefully, Goff gets a couple series with him. Mm-hmm. But I doubt Goff plays in the first preseason game.
Probably going to now.
You think? For a series or two?
Yeah, at least one.
Yeah.
Maybe not, though. They tried to hold him out of a couple last year, too.
I don't even think he played in the preseason last year.
He played with that one series, remember, against the Falcons, because he demanded it.
Yeah, we played that, or you did.
We did, shout out.
Oh, yeah, that was hype.
That was fun.
John Johnson in Woodward Sports Chat says, here's the deal. Peeps need to lay off Jamo. Let a young man figure things out through the offseason. Let's see what happens in the real reps. There are many dudes who don't show out on the practice field. Wait, he's showing out.
He showed out.
Yeah, there's no.
He is showing
There's
out.
no shame. And he's showing out in practice. It's just there's obviously certain things that Dan Campbell feels like he can work on, and he said that he needs to work on. He needs to be dousing these reps so he can get better.
And there's nothing wrong with that. He's still a young receiver. He hasn't got many games in the NFL under his belt. So
what a head coach does.
Obviously, there's things he needs to work on, and yeah, that's what a head coach does. He makes sure these guys are doing what they need to do, working on what they need to work on, and getting better. So
a coach of any caliber helps identify the habits that like you need to break to become better at whatever it is you're trying to get better at. So if a head coach is like having these indirect challenges or just bringing these things up, that's a good thing. You need him to be honest, and I think that I gotta assume that Jamo has somewhat some thick skin, right? I mean, I don't think it's like I don't want to speak on it like ruining any type of relationship or anything like that. I know that Randall L. obviously played in the game, and he's a former Super Bowl champion himself.
Yeah,
I think we watched his college highlights at the quarterback position, which is insane to watch. But I feel like that's a reliable guy to like have in your corner and have your back too. And you saw the excitement he had on his face when they drafted Jamo to begin with.
Yeah,
I mean Jamo, the prospect of Jameson Williams is so far and above beyond. Like, this sounds crazy to say, but kind of comprehension at this point, because I feel like a lot of us are sleeping on him. Like when you read these things coming out of practice, again, mind the names he's cooking up right now. It's the CJGJs and the Cam Suttons, the first team starters on this team. Perceived first team stars. Obviously the rosters haven't been let out, but we know these guys are starting. That's who he's cooking up. You heard CJGJ before he even hit the practice field with Jamo and pads, call him already one of the best wide receivers. So you want to keep that guy humble. You want to keep that guy focused. You want to keep him grinding because you only want him to elevate to what he could truly be. And that can only help your team.
Thomas Gage puts in the Woodward Sports Chat, you're a top 12 pick with 1 catch in your rookie season and 6-game suspensions for gambling. You'll be scrutinized until you prove it.
Facts.
And that's facts. It's facts. Even though, the reason he was picked at 12, the reason why he was available at 12 was because of his injury. If he wasn't injured, he would have been the first receiver off the board. So they knew going into last year that they weren't going to get a lot of use out of him. And when he was out there, he ran like 32 routes all of last year. He had 9 targets.
Yeah.
One of them being it was a touchdown that he had to wait for. It was underthrown, and the Jets player got back into it and broke it up. Another one was a touchdown that was called back because of a penalty. So like, we know the guy's explosive. If you look at it as 1 catch, yeah, you're going to be pissed. But if you look at it as 1 touchdown in 9 targets, that's a pretty good option. And you look at it as Chris Olave, I did this on BDE. If Jamo had the same amount of targets as Chris Olave, based on what he did, he would have had 13 touchdowns last year. So the guy's going to be fine when he gets out there. I expect him to be a great player. I expect him to be a great talent. I just want to see him. And like I said, if you want to scrutinize Jameson Williams, I don't scrutinize him for last year. Because he was injured. We knew he was injured. We knew he wasn't going to get a lot of run, if any run. And when he was out there, he was basically a decoy. They only threw the ball to him 9 times.
Yeah.
If you want to scrutinize him for the suspension, you can do that. It was stupid. It was a dumb mistake. I'm not going to kill him for it because it was a stupid rule, although he should know that rule and shouldn't have made that decision. But it's in the past now, and we got to get over it. So I'm just excited to see him when he gets on the field.
Yeah, I'm St. Brown coming to defense of Jamo today on Twitter too. Like, I think y'all crazy or stupid or whatever he said. Is a quote tweet of Dove Kleiman kind of talk about Jamo's like early practice struggles. Which
Dove Kleiman's not even a real guy.
Yeah.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Yeah, the other thing too is like
make that drop.
Yeah, for sure.
I forgot I was even going with the whole situation. Oh, the fighting thing. We already kind of talked about it earlier this week, but like,
everybody,
can we stop? Please stop trying to make that a fucking thing. Like it isn't a thing in every single fucking training camp. I'm Ron St. Brown, who quoted the Dove Kleiman tweet today. Every single year is in fights.
Yeah, every single training camp on every single level of football across America, there's gonna be a fight at training camp. That's what happens. I fought a kid at training camp before. Like you get heated, and it's not like you're trying to kill the guy. It's just you're mad, you're pissed off. You guys are both. You got your adrenaline going, You're physical. It's football. You're hitting the same guys every day in the hot sun in 2-a-days and shit like that. It's gonna boil over at some point. It's not, and I'm sure they're cool afterwards. It's not like it was on top of him beating his ass or anything. It's training camp. It's football. That shit happens.
Yeah, I think the people trying to make a story of that, I get it. I'm in the fucking media. We are in the media. Like, right now, stories are thin.
Chris Platte doesn't brush his teeth. That's just it. No.
But like, it's like you're taking like any little thing and seeing like how many more fucking stories you shake out of like one incident. You know what I'm saying? How many more topics can I shake out of this? But that's just not one.
Yeah.
We're not making immaturity issues out of a training camp fight when half the greats, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, punched Steve Kerr in the face.
Aaron Donald was swinging 2 helmets around last year.
Aaron Hernandez killed somebody.
So did Ray Lewis.
Super Bowl champion. All right.
It's true. Yeah, I don't give a shit about the fight. Brian Ruth says, where did he say it? I want my guys going at it. Pause. Shows they care. I agree.
Hell yeah. Passionate love.
I like to see the fights. Do I want a brawl and stuff like that? No.
A little bit.
A little bit. You know, root for radio. But I like seeing the guys get aggressive like that because, yeah, it shows they care. It shows they're in the heat of battle. Like, it's not something to put too much stock in, man. It happens at every single camp, every single year. Amon-Ra St. Brown fought a dude at camp. Was that last year?
Every year. He's at a fight every single year.
Like
multiple fights.
There's nothing to take. It happens.
Last year, I put it on my personal YouTube because somebody said he didn't say this, but like they asked him point blank last year, like, "What's your over under on training camp fights for you this year?" And he said that 2.5. Yeah, that was last training camp. Like, it's just the competitive nature of training camps, the competitive nature of guys who are literally professional athletes. And what do athletes do? They compete.
Yes.
There's nothing to make a story out of this.
When you got fucking 53 alphas out there going at each other in the middle of the summer in August.
Yeah.
Like, shit's gonna boil over. Competition, intensity, it's all gonna build up, and that shit happens, man.
And the only reason why I stress it, because I know there's a couple of shrimp dick podcasts, basement podcasts, calling this guy a bust already. Foolish. Crazy. Insane. Literally.
Yeah, I don't know how you can call him a bust. I mean, you can... Like I said, you can be mad at his suspension. I'm not happy with that either. Last year, I don't read too much into it. We knew he was going to be hurt. We knew he wasn't going to get much run, if any run at all, and he only got 9 balls thrown to him. So if he comes out there this year and doesn't produce, then you could start talking choppy. But I got a feeling that he's going to produce. He's a great player.
And you almost even need to give him like I don't give a fuck what you guys say. I wouldn't even expect too much out of the first like 1 or 2 games. Maybe you can because of how fucking freakishly fast he is. Maybe give you that. But if we're able to give Deshaun Watson a pass for being suspended for like half the season and coming in and like being kind of shitty, then you have to be realistic with this guy missing half his rookie year, then coming in and limited snaps, and then missing a quarter of this season too. But I gotta tell you guys where you get your insurance, because now that summer's here, it's important to make sure you're properly covered. Whether it's grad parties, just group people over and enjoy the Laker pool, liability exposure increases your liability exposure increases significantly in summertime. Let Swiss Insurance Group review coverage and make sure you are protected from an unexpected loss. Check out SwissINS.com or call Mark today at 248-800-4177.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Your childhood may be over, but playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for outdoor power equipment, sales, service, and parts, carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, LS Tractor, Steel, and more, servicing the Great Lakes region with locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Company, your power equipment playground.
Over under for Jamo touchdowns, 5.5.
Over.
JB.
He's got, 11 games? Over.
Oh, definitely over. 5.5? Over.
Chris. Don't get pressure to over
I'm
here.
going to go under, man. Goff's not going to be able to get it to
Boo.
him. Goff's not going to be able to get it to him deep.
Boo this man.
Listen, guys, Goff just can't give it to Jamo deep. No
Hey,
pause.
yo.
Give it to me, baby.
Give it to me,
Resume.
baby.
Hey, yo!
Hey, yo. Jamcat ask.
What do you got?
Like all purpose, right?
Over,
right?
under.
It
This
could
guy
be
puts
rushing,
stipulations
touchdowns.
on his own.
Touchdowns.
I'm not putting stipulations. I'm just like, how'd you guys answer it? Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah,
Give me
he's
6
going
and
over.
thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. If him and Goff are like, they say they're finally getting in sync a little bit, then yeah, give me 6. Because today, as much as we said that, he was underthrown in the Jets game, you guys saw all the weird situations like that too. Today it was a 50-yard bomb.
Yeah.
Out of Jared Goff. We say he can't throw a deep ball, but when you have a guy that's just so fucking wide open, it's kind of, you get that ability to throw the ball around a little bit more, or deeper than you usually do. Jamo Cat asked on the Word Sports chat, or Jam Cat, I should say, what home game do you think would be a banger for the Detroit Lions this year? Like a secret banger.
What, home game?
Yeah. I got one.
The Raiders are going to be...
Raiders home?
Raiders, is that at home?
Yeah, it is.
And that's Monday night, right?
October 30th, 8:15 p.m. Yeah, looks like a primetime game.
Yeah, that'd be my game.
I'm picking Saints.
Saints?
Dan Campbell,
Isn't it
AG.
in New Orleans?
That one is, yeah, it's not a home. Yeah, right. Jam Cat must be buying some tickets right now. Let's see, this will come up.
I think the Saints game... I'm
Seahawks
pretty sure
could be an early
that's
banger.
Monday Night Football.
I'm pathetic. I'm gonna wait it out till I could go to like a game with Jamo. I want to see this guy play in person.
So the Raiders is a Monday Night Football. The Saints is Sunday, December 3rd. So not a Monday night game.
Yeah. No, yeah, we were talking about the Raiders one being a Monday night game.
I'm looking at that Seattle one because depending on how KC plays out, that stat they throw up every single year. Even if you don't watch football, the stat. 0-2 teams never make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Like, a lot of pressure. And Seattle's a damn good team, and they got us last year. So
There's
I'm
gonna
looking
be
at that game.
there's gonna be a lot of hype in that game. Not only, especially if you come off of winning Kansas City, bro. That would be
Either
fucking
way,
nuts.
it's intense.
Either way, it's gonna be intense. It's the home opener. You got so much hype this season. It's the Seahawks who kept you out of the playoffs last year, and like they were talking about it on Twitter and shit. Like
thanked us.
Yeah, thanked us for fuck you, Seattle. I'm sure you're.
I
heard Seattle's kind of a trash city.
Wow, really?
Like a lot of homeless people, a lot of rain, a lot of just dirt.
A lot of dirt.
A lot of dirt. That's what I heard.
Dirt,
Like
rain,
literal
and
dirt?
homelessness.
Like literal dirt. There's just dirt everywhere. Yeah. No, I heard it's just like dirty. There's a lot of homeless people, and it rains all the time. So.
I stopped by Seattle on a layover.
Yeah, what?
I had a layover flight. We had to stop by.
Oh, in Seattle?
Yeah,
My boys went to Seattle for the... Dude, okay. So, you want to hear probably the most unfortunate sports fan of all time. Because there probably wasn't a lot of people who were at the same 3 games the same year that Mustache was.
Oh, Jesus, man.
He went to the Seattle game, the Lions-Seattle game.
Playoff?
No, where
Calvin.
Cam Chancellor punched it out at the 1-yard line.
Yeah,
and they
Calvin
batted it out of
swatted
the back of the end zone. He was there in Seattle. He was at the Trouble with the Snap. He's a Michigan fan. He was at the Trouble with the Snap game. And he was at Thanksgiving that year when Aaron Rodgers threw the Hail Mary.
Sheesh.
3 fucking last-second heartbreakers in the same year.
Bad stretch for the stash.
Yeah. It was tough. And we got rear-ended on our way to Michigan. And
oh, you went to that game?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
I was in the end zone. We were in the corner of the end zone where they returned the touchdown.
What was Mustache's reaction?
He wasn't mad. Like he's not like a super hardcore Michigan fan, but
he seems like relaxed guy.
Yeah,
too.
and he's not
Tough to get a reaction out of.
He's not really that much of a college sports fan, but
Yeah.
it was hype. We got the tickets for my cousin. We were in the student section. We were walking out, and this
Earth everywhere in Seattle. Trash city.
Earth everywhere. It's true. We were walking out, and this dude like took his jersey. He was wearing like a Michigan jersey.
Yeah.
And he like took it off and threw it on the ground. And like his dad goes to pick it up. He throws it on. He's like, "No, I don't even fucking want that anymore."
That's fucking awesome.
Me and Stash were laughing.
That's fucking. I wish that was on video.
That shit was funny.
Another game I could see as a banger. Broncos Lions. Dan Campbell with. I was listening to the part of my Take podcast, and he said he was with Sean Payton for like 8 out of his 11 years professionally. It's a lot of his fucking time. Obviously, he learned a lot of his. Learned how to coach through Sean Payton. And Sean Payton's now obviously the head coach of the Denver Broncos. So it's one of those mentorees versus the master matchups. But I think the Lions can edge that one out. Not just because the Broncos were fucking putrid last year, but because as much as Dan Campbell learned from Sean Payton, the scheme is from Ben Johnson. You know, so there's a whole different bucket of tricks right there. Whole different bag of tricks when you got Ben Johnson there too. I came across a YouTube video too.
Rab says ain't no baddies in Seattle.
I saw some baddies in
Mina
Seattle.
Kimes from Seattle.
Is she? Yeah.
I don't know if she's a baddie.
You should not just say a baddie.
She's super cute.
Her personality is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna say I love her too much. I love her too much.
She's pregnant too, so that's a fetish. I mean, it's
couldn't.
bucket list.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Haven't done it yet?
Yeah. No. Well, not
overhyped.
Not like actual pregnant. Like.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I've done it with it, not like showing pregnant.
Oh, yeah. Like unknowingly or like.
No, but like.
Sick fuck.
Yeah.
Ew.
Poking his head.
Stop. I can't do it. I'm not into that.
My situation was I didn't know, and then
no
I
one
found
asked,
out.
Chris.
I was like, that's crazy.
California.
That's crazy. I thought I was
super
contributing.
cool to the homeless.
What?
California. Real cool to the homeless. It's from South Park.
I was gonna say, Andy Reid. So shout out to All 22 Films on YouTube. He, fan of the show or a friend of the show. Make sure you guys check him out. But he has a breakdown of Andy Reid stealing Ben Johnson's plays.
I saw that, yeah.
In the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy. Also kind of scary because we got to face that guy week one.
I'm not scared. We got Ben Johnson.
I know we got Ben Johnson, but Ben Johnson's being accepted by another offensive genius in Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Andy Reid, former offensive lineman too, by the way. Kind of crazy. You never think of that as like a
Cheeseburger Andy.
Yeah, like a brilliant fucking offensive mind head coach. But there he is, Cheeseburger Andy, fucking.
A lot of offensive linemen are pretty smart.
Yeah, you're a former offensive lineman.
Yeah, they're all pretty smart.
they're pretty smart guys.
Pretty cool guys.
Well, you got Jeff Saturday.
Got huge wangs.
That everybody clowned on.
Yeah.
Who else?
Jeff Saturday sucked.
Yeah.
Terrible decision.
I feel like what position do you think is more prone to become a coach? I think quarterback, right?
Yeah, well, it's normally like backups, like we talk about, like guys that didn't really see the field because they've been studying the game so much. Yeah, I think it's I think defensive players do it more often than offensive players, honestly.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna guess.
Doug Peterson, former quarterback.
Yeah.
Trying to think who else there is. Mike Vrabel. No Super Bowls on his resume though.
He's not quarterback though. He's a linebacker.
Yeah, you're right. No, I'm just naming like former players.
Yeah, D'Amico Ryans
gonna be one now too. That's about it off the top of my head.
Yeah,
it is what it is. All right. Outside of that, you had who was the most intriguing Detroit Lions player to fall this season?
Yeah, they throw this graphic up, Chris. I think it was the 33rd team.
Yes, it was.
Put this up there, and they listed the most intriguing player to watch for each team in the NFC, and for the Lions, they got Kirby Joseph. Oh, we didn't get to it. Also, real quick, while we're talking about Kirby Joseph,
what?
The man is funny as fuck, bro. Can you put this
do we want to do that
there?
now or say that for the end?
Let's do it right now.
All right.
Throw this up there because Kirby Joseph clowned this dude on Twitter.
Man, this is awesome.
Because this guy posted that he wanted to buy a Kirby Joseph jersey.
Yeah.
But he couldn't afford it. So Kirby quoted it and said, "What's your Cash App? I'm finna bless you."
Yeah.
And so the guy makes a Cash App, and then Kirby does this. "Dear Lord, I pray that you bless at Angry Ogre 46 Cash App with the money he needs in order to purchase one of my jerseys. I also pray that he has an amazing year and that you protect your children from harm and dangers. Amen." Like when people say like, "I'm gonna bless your
Yeah.
Account. You probably thought he was about to get a bag, but Kirby literally let a sermon out there. That shit was funny as fuck.
That is funny. And you know there's probably a couple guys that shot the guy some money.
Yeah.
Who thinks it's Kirby's tweet.
Definitely.
I'd shoot him a 1.
Oh, for sure.
Just a 1.
I normally mess.
Not a 5.
I'll put tweets out there to like Draymond Green and Mr. Beast like once every couple weeks. Like,
was Draymond Green giving out money or something?
No, it's just Spartan Dog.
Yeah.
And he's rich as fuck.
What do you say to Mr. Beast every once in a while?
It's just like, let me get some cash.
My butthole's virgin.
Mr. Beast, like, pay for my car.
Yeah. I think it was like right before quarantine. Yeah, it was. But I used to like you could Venmo like celebrities. If he's like,
yeah,
I forgot how I was like finding him.
Requesting Venmos.
Yeah, but I sent Draymond like I think $5 one time. Hopefully, I was hoping he's like sent it back or some shit like that. Nothing. I forget who else I sent it to.
Played yourself.
I did play myself. It was $5, bro.
Yeah.
I had it back then. There's a couple other guys too.
Congratulations. You played
Hey, that's so funny too. He's like, I had bread back then, stashed in the chat. Like, yeah, that quarantine money was flowing.
It's facts. Yeah. I mean, I was making actual money, and then honestly, it was dope because that's when I was a manager at Coney.
Yeah.
And we were curbside pickup only. So I didn't do shit, bro. I was just sitting there at the counter because we had one cook, one server, and then me. And so I was just sitting there at the counter fucking on my phone the whole time.
Oh, they probably hated you.
Well, I mean, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
There's literally nothing to do. I'd help like if we get a rush, but we didn't get rushes.
Yeah.
And I'd like clean shit and stuff like that too, but I can only clean the kitchen so many times before like, it doesn't take fucking 9 hours to clean the kitchen.
That's fair.
But then I got a 4-month period. That was one of the best times of my life.
Why?
Because I didn't have to work. I was getting paid. I was sleeping in. Wake up every morning, go on the porch, drink coffee, smoke a cigarette. It was just a great time.
I'm not gonna lie, quarantine was great.
Quarantine was great.
I would be mad if it came around like one more game.
I got 4 months. 4 months off where I was just chilling.
Yeah.
And I got paid. I was making more than my salary was off of the fucking.
That's crazy.
That was the part.
Yeah, off
That's
of
what
that.
you liked.
And I got the stimmy checks.
It was a nice little reset for everybody. That's when I started podcasting. It was in quarantine. I was like, well, nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Might as well pursue this old dream of mine. And here we are. Spinny, where do you get a haircut though?
Lady Jane's, obviously. You can come into Lady Jane's, ask for Rachel, ask for Bethany, ask for Alyssa, because you can walk into any Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you and one for your wife, girlfriend, or best bud. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network. By Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by guys from Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JB Smooth. I could have got me one of those PPP loans too, but I chickened out, bro.
I did too. I could have
got
one.
motherfuckers were scamming, and I didn't want to get.
But nobody had to pay him back.
I know, but like, it's just like too many. There were too many like false like PPPs. You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole point. I would have done a false one, got 20 G's, and then not paid that shit back. What the fuck?
Were people getting arrested for that shit?
Not really.
They won't have a quarter million. Yeah, a couple people got arrested. Yeah,
I think a couple people.
Because you had to have like a legitimate business.
Well,
like,
either way, I'm not going to work tomorrow.
I had the LLC. I just started. It was perfect right before quarantine because you had to have it like by like a certain date.
Yeah.
But still, like they were just approving ones that like, weren't legit, or like you could go to like business entity search for Lara, I think is a website from Michigan. Just grab somebody else's business, apply for it, and have it sent to your account. Like,
yeah.
Fucking crazy. Someone probably used my shit for PPP.
That shit was legendary, man.
Yeah, I fucking slept.
Should have got a PPP loan. Dropped the ball on that one for sure.
Oh my Jamo, could have got a Hellcat. That's facts.
Facts, dude.
That's big facts. Which one do you want to do? The NFC North draft or the who's the most intriguing player to follow? Yeah, let's do this follow thing actually, because I don't even know what it is.
Okay, yeah. So they said who's the most intriguing player to follow in each team in the NFC, and for the Lions they put Kirby Joseph. For the Bears they put T.J. Edwards, which is I don't know.
What the fuck?
Yeah. You think it'd be just
when 33rd team first came out, they were cool. Nowadays they're just fucking wild.
Yeah,
they're just saying the wildest shit.
Who they put for the Eagles? Cam Jurgens?
Who the fuck is that?
Probably an offensive lineman.
Who the fuck is that
Or a
guy?
defensive end or some shit.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Trey
Who's
Lance
it for the Packers?
Niners? That's cool if he starts.
Yeah, you don't think it's you don't think it'd be Jordan Love for the Packers? It's
who they have.
I don't know. What's his name, Chris? What is it?
Samurai Tory? Tory?
Yeah, like
Tory?
come on now.
That guy?
When these guys first came out, they were awesome.
Yeah.
Breast of fresh air. If you guys seen that one, what were you gonna say, Chris?
I was gonna say, so what are they defining as interesting? Because it's not like there was an article with that. It's just,
intriguing,
it's just a graphic.
I believe.
Yeah,
is the word.
intriguing. But why is it intriguing? Is it because they're expecting Kirby to break out? Are they expecting maybe that's a player that might be losing their position? Like, could they be all the way out on him?
I think it could be a little of both. Like Kirby, I think because of what he did last year, with having not so great pieces around him in that secondary, and now that he's got studs back there and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Cam Sutton, and Jerry Jacobs on a full season, hopefully. Like, I think that's what makes him intriguing to watch, and just his play style. He's a breakout candidate. He led the NFC in Pro Bowl votes for free safety.
Yeah, it's fuck up. He still didn't get put in.
Yeah,
That
he
makes
didn't
no
even get
sense.
put in the Pro Bowl, which is whack. But I think Kirby's a good one. For me, it would probably be I don't know.
I got Jamo.
I was gonna say
Jamo or 100% is mine.
Or Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jamo, Jameer. I heard so Josh Reynolds had a little play interview today. He was hyping up Montgomery.
Yeah.
He said Montgomery's different.
Yeah.
That gets me excited though, because that's a guy who was literally within the offense with the two guys last year did pretty well with him in Ben Johnson's offense. I'm talking about DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams. So to have a new guy and say he's like different and excitedly say that, like,
I think Lee McNeil could be an intriguing player to watch too, based on his body transformation and what he wants to be as a player, as a pass rusher from the interior defensive line. So there's a lot of players that you could choose for this one. Yeah, that list was kind of whack though. Some of the guys on that list, like T.J. Edwards for the Bears, like, yeah,
that was so random.
Come on now.
How and why would that be over the other linebacker? Tremaine Evans, yeah. Or DJ Moore, like,
or Justin Fields.
Like, I guess when I read that caption, I'm thinking like the guy I'm most excited to watch.
Intriguing.
Yeah. Which is kind of, I guess, like, I like Jamo for me. Jamo, and I guess, Kirby too. Or CJDJ even.
Yeah. Ali McNeil, I think, is one of them for me, because I want to see how he looks now. See what he does out there with that transformation in his body.
I guess Cam Sutton is one for me too, because I don't know that he was necessarily signed to play the outside.
Yeah, that's true.
He was more signed to play that nickel hybrid safety thing. And obviously got blessed with the best nickel hybrid safety thing, CJDJ. So I kind of forced the outside. But is there any concern with, like, I feel like all the time they're reporting these guys getting burnt for touchdowns?
No.
It's Sutton in coverage.
But it's Jamo.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard not to get burnt by Jamo. The guy's got 4.2 speed. Like,
that's fair.
I think I've also seen a lot of plays that Cam Sutton made in practice where he's breaking up passes and doing different things like that. So
yeah,
no, I'm not worried about it.
Did you see the one that Angeloni had on Reynolds?
Yeah,
that was nice. Jared Goff on the throw there.
You're just such a hater.
I just gotta play the role now at this point.
What would be if you had to pick one player from the offense and one player from the defense? Who are you picking?
Offensively, I'm probably picking Jamo. Like, as much as like we saw him, it was limited action last year, so I'm still intrigued in like what that ceiling is.
Yeah.
How much more of an install does he have in this offense? Because he saw him on the end around. We saw him break open for a wide open touchdown twice. One was actually caught. One was broken up. I guess the type of things that he's going to do consistently. Because that's the other thing too is like for the people. I mean, Jamo's not going to go out there and score like fucking 12 touchdowns like a game. But in camp, just hearing these things, he's going to score couple of things. Like
Yeah.
it feels like they're coming easy.
He's going to make some moves. He's going to make some things happen, and I'm excited for that. For me, on offense, it would probably be Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah.
Just because there's a lot of pressure on him for where he was drafted. People thought he was a reach. People still think he was a reach.
Yeah.
And he's expected to do a lot of different things, expected to play a lot of receiver as well. He even said himself he definitely sees himself playing more receiver than he did at Bama. So we'll see what's going on there. And then defensively, I think I'm sticking with Lee McNeil because I want to see what he looks like now down the 25 pounds going out there. You know, you have a couple guys now that you think could be run stoppers in a Broderick Martin and Isaiah Buggs, and you kind of need that interior pass rush guy, and that's what Aleem can be. We saw him do it against the Giants, where he had 13 pressures in that game alone. So we know he's got it in him, and I'm excited to see what he looks like. You hear a lot of great things at camp. He's looking stronger, looking faster, so I'm excited to see what he can do.
Defensively, it's between two players. If I were sticking on the defensive line, which I will, so Chris can say somebody in case it's the same person, but I'll go with Broderick Martin, based off like what we saw a little bit in practice, and the fact that like when he initially was drafted, I didn't know. I don't want to say I thought it was a bad pick, but I don't know. When I watched the tape, I wasn't like blown away. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't taken back by anything. So like Broderick Martin, just because when we finally did get to see him in person, it clicked. Yeah. And inside it didn't click too. What was it for you, Chris? I saw you had your hand up.
It's James Houston for all the stuff that we've talked about. Again, he hasn't necessarily stood out so far in training camp, not in a bad or concerning way, but there's that, and then there's the talk of they've been putting him in some linebacker situations, and they're putting him in a new role. They're expanding his role, like Spencer always said. You know, that's a guy that you can just on third down, you can just let him off the chain and let him rush the quarterback, and he's great at that. He proved to be elite at that. But I want to see what more he can offer, and that will be a big key of the Lions defense. If he can add another dimension and he's not just a sack monster, then you know, all of a sudden this team has a whole nother layer.
The other guy I was gonna say is Jack Campbell, just because how high he was drafted, and a little bit of stuff we're hearing and that we've seen out of camp. I guess like you're not looking at linebackers getting drafted that high in the past couple of years. So it's like if this guy wasn't one taken, it's either like a really, really weak draft class, which I heard Dan Campbell allude to in that part of my take interview, or he's the next him at the position.
That's who I was going with too on the defense, Jack Campbell, because I feel like the word intrigued is kind of throwing people off. Intrigue I see as like someone who you don't know a whole lot about. Someone that you're just going to be overly fascinated with throughout this whole entire season, what they're doing outside of the field as well as on the field. So I think it's Jack Campbell for me, and then Jamo on offense.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. I'm excited to see what Jack Campbell can be on the field for sure. Like, I loved when I was watching him at practice, man. He's always around the ball. He's always doing things. He's so big, and I think he can be a real good player in this league for a long time. And you see he's got that kind of attitude where we saw it during his, during the Inside the Den interview. They asked him, like, you played a little bit of Will. How do you feel about that? He's like, I'll play anything.
Yeah.
They're like, have you ever played on the ball? He's like, I've never played on ball, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
And like, so he's got that fucking lunch pail mentality. So I expect him to go out there. I expect him to, like I said, man, I picked him in that defensive rookie of the year draft for a reason. I could easily see him putting up 135 tackles, something like that.
There's just so many people to be intrigued about on this team, just because like there's a lot of new pieces, and not even just like from the rookie class, but like also like additions through free agency, and we talked about it before too. But the CJ, the Cam Suttons, freaking David Montgomery, you have too offensively. There's a lot. And I don't know if Antoine Green's gonna see the field too often, but. It's crazy that
Khalif was talking high of Antoine Green today.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was he saying?
He said he's like, he's a dude. Like he's got he's got that big body. He's out there making plays. He's doing a lot of different things, but he said we still need to work him out a little bit. He's got some of that baby fat on him. Like talking about still pretty green to that.
Oh, Josh Reynolds.
Was that Josh Reynolds? I thought it was Khalif.
Wow, dude, it's all the same to you, huh? It's fucked up, dude. Fucked up. Not Khalif, right? Look, he's smaller.
I mean, I didn't see their height based on it was like right in his face.
Another one for me would be Levi. Like, what can he offer? What is he bringing to the table?
I wrote him down too.
Oh, Meat Missile shirts are coming too, by the way.
Yeah, is it gonna be on our site or?
I didn't make it, so.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Bullshit. Does not count.
Yeah,
Why you give this guy a pass, Justin? The challenge was for Spinny to make the shirts.
Yeah.
Justin did his thing though.
Yeah.
I
Meat
can't
Missile
wait,
shirts
Eazy.
coming to the Woodward Sports Store, so make sure you guys buy them. But let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm, because Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you, one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Let one of our talented, award-winning stylists make you look handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Smooth Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris JB Schmoove on the 1s and 2s. We just got to talk about which Detroit Lions players were most intrigued by, or most excited, intrigued.
I just got like my 3rd spam text this week, and it's like, we had to restrict your Citizens Bank account access to secure it from recent security threat seen on 8/2/23. I don't have Citizens Bank account. I'm not a part of Citizens Bank.
Is
Where
this
did spam text coming from?
Or they just wanted
Yeah,
to
it
text
sent me
back?
a link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did spam text coming from? This doesn't make any sense, because I get the same ones too.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I get the same ones too. Like, I don't know what the hell is happening.
I got a couple. It's because people sell your information. I would have an email for that shit. Coupon codes 88@yahoo.com. And I go to the store, if I'm buying something, like, what's your email?
You put that one?
Boom, coupon codes, bitch. I ain't reading that shit. If I ever wanted to, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like my emails, I use that bitch for like work, for like other shits. Like, I can't fucking Dick's Sporting Goods 60% off fucking horseshoes for fucking Mondays and Fridays in my fucking inbox.
Yeah.
I don't have the room or time for it.
I remember when
Great deal though.
When I was
Great
in
deal.
Cali, the last time I was in Cali with Stash, I was super blowed. And we went to Dick's Sporting Goods.
There you go.
Not just Dick's. We were getting like a football and like some chairs or something. And I ended up, and we're going golfing, so we had to buy golf balls and shit like that. And I ended up signing up for a Dick's credit card, like not like. I thought it was like a rewards card at first.
That's awesome.
So he's like, "Yeah, you want to sign up for this card?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "All right, I need your social security number." I was like, "Well, all right." And it was like a Dick's credit card, and I bought like $200 worth of shit with it. What the hell? And then when I got home, I just paid it off and canceled it.
You should have left it open.
Yeah, I know. But that's what my dad said. He's like, you might as well just leave it open. But I was like, all right.
How's your credit? It's like, was it like what's available versus what you're spending?
My credit's pretty good right now.
Good shit.
It was in the shitter for a while.
Yeah.
Because fucking Dumond. Thanks, Dumond.
Who's that?
This is one of my roommates in MSU. He's a great guy. Doom knows I fuck with him. But we got sent to collections because he didn't pay rent for like 3 months. And so when I graduated, my credit was like fucking 350. Now it's up there, high 700s.
Throwing hundreds. All right, back to the Detroit Lions topics. We have another one on here too. This one, last year when this came across the screen, it was kind of like, holy shit, that's kind of crazy. And I went off on a Jared Goff rant and how he's paid too much. But last year, Detroit Lions had the highest paid offense last year. But guess what, Spinny?
It's lower.
It is lower. But with that top paid, they were a top
offense. Yeah, they produced.
Yeah. Top 3 offense in the league.
And now they are the 3rd highest paid offense in the league.
Thanks to this beautiful graph.
Yeah.
Beautiful graphic.
God damn.
What am I looking at?
Cleveland is the highest paid offense in the league. And
Why would he do it this way?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Me and Chris are saying the same thing. To like show the disparity of.
I guess
that's like half the tweet too.
Yeah.
They really?
Yeah, it shows the whole league. But KC is the 2nd highest at 138, and then the Lions are at 136.
I believe the Rams are next. Las Vegas.
Yeah, I think
Las Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, the Raiders are next. So what is
Uncle Neil Sophie? Dix doesn't sell horseshoes.
I didn't buy horseshoes.
Good job, bud.
I didn't buy horseshoes. We bought football, but and some golfing shit. Shout out the Angeles National Golf Club.
Best credit card, Amex card, Amex
Platinum.
Nah, the platinum, the flight one.
Oh yeah,
for Amex
Sky
Delta.
Miles?
Yeah, Sky Miles. Yeah, in the Sky Miles Club, free all you can eat, all you can drink.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, big ball in that bitch.
Might have to get that shit.
I ain't bumping the Big Sean, but I saw him. I was like,
I gotta see if Spirit's got something.
Yeah.
Dude, not a fucking chance. I will never fly Spirit unless it's like to Florida.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or if it's under, or like 2 hours or under.
Yeah.
I'd do Spirit, but
I fly Spirit every time, knowing there's a 40% chance I gotta land that bitch myself.
Yeah, facts. I was on a Spirit flight. We took Spirit to Cali, and my boy Dante bought the flight. This is like the 2nd time I went to Cali. He bought the tickets, and I was like, "Bro, you bought Spirit?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Dude, you should have bought Delta." He's like, "Delta's like $100 more a ticket." I was like,
worth it.
It's definitely worth it. And like, it's me, my big ass, and Paulie, his fucking tall ass.
Yeah.
And then Dante, who's like he's an average sized guy. Yeah, you met Dante. And Dante was the one that was all fucking like cooped up and like he was getting a little rocky and shit. Me and Paulie were just chilling there because like he doesn't fly like ever.
Yeah.
So, and he had a vodka soda on an empty stomach. I was like, yeah, that probably didn't help. But always get the Comfort Plus seats.
Yeah.
Because you get the extra leg room and they come with free drinks. But we did Delta on the way back. He's like, yeah, I'm not doing that shit again. I was like,
Delta's the way to go.
Gotta go Delta.
I'll never forget.
Because that fucking Spirit flight, I looked up in the ceiling and there was like an open patch of the plane, like not like to the outside, but like the inside part of the plane. There was I saw like wires and shit. I was like, bro. Like, I should not be able to see this right now.
Fuck that. Especially for the amount of money you pay, too.
Yeah, I know.
That's the wild part.
It was sketchy.
Round trip to Vegas, $60. Nobody?
Round trip to Vegas, $60?
$60 on Spirit?
Yeah, no.
No.
That's why you do it.
Yeah.
It's probably like $200 on Delta. I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
I honest to God,
it'd be worth it for sure.
I'll never forget though. When I had this Delta Sky Miles, the first purchase I made was those Hawaii tickets, first class, boys. It was a 12-hour flight, and like, I'm in my fucking Allen Iverson Hawaii jersey.
Yeah.
Fucking tattoos all out. I'm in the line for like first class, and like this fucking old guy's like trying to cut it from me. So I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, this is first class, isn't it?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'm fucking first class, bitch." Like, the fuck? That shit blew my mind. I'm like, dude, what an asshole.
Yeah.
This fucking guy.
Justin Gallant in the Woodward Sports Chat said, "Spirit is fine if you ain't a big motherfucker."
It does
That's
suck.
fair.
Too bad we are.
Yeah. This show's called The Heavyweights.
But honestly, like the seats and shit weren't that bad. It was a little small, but I was fine. It was just the quality of the flight,
dude.
And they don't got food. It was a flight to Cali.
That's another part.
And all they had were crackers and shit. I was like, this is a fucking 5-hour flight, and all you got are crackers and shit. Like, come on now.
My thing with Spirit is like, dude, how are you hitting potholes in air?
Yes.
Like, why is this shit bouncing?
That's for sure. Like, oh, fucking bird. Like, Delta's the way. I'm doing Delta every time.
All day, every day. Speaking of Delta, high flying, Detroit Lions offense number 3 in the league. I think they're gonna be fucking another good offense too. I don't know if they're gonna be. I don't know, bro. I'm not a hater for saying like top 7. My top. No. I just can't.
There's gonna be a lot of good offenses this year. It's up to Jared Goff, man. He's got the weapons around him. He's got the offensive line. He's got the offensive mind in Ben Johnson. If he can go out there and have this a similar season to what he did last year, there's no reason why they couldn't be a top 5 offense in the NFL. So I expect a lot out of them. I expect them to be a top 5 offense again because of, like I said, just what I said, all the weapons they have placed around him. You have that playmakers now at running back and at tight end, and I expect Jared Goff to have another great season. So,
is there any correlation with these most expensive offenses in production from what you remember last year? I'm going to actually look it up.
We'll see. I mean, yeah, if you spend more money on it, it's probably going to be good. And I think a lot of the
it's like this guy. It's like
a lot of the like wrapped up big offense payment is because of the offensive lines.
Yeah, for us.
Like if you're and for Cleveland, obviously Deshaun Watson takes up a pretty big chunk of that too, but their offensive line is really good. So if you have, 5 offensive linemen you got wrapped up in contracts, you're going to have a pretty expensive offense.
All right, so last year in 2022, obviously the Detroit Lions were the most expensive offense in the NFL. They landed top 3, top 5, if you want to say. I don't know if we're going off yards, touchdowns, whatever. 2022, following the Detroit Lions, was Dallas. I'd say they had a pretty strong offense, but obviously I'd say half of that was missing in the beginning of the year because they were missing Dak Prescott.
Yeah. Cooper Rush, shout out.
Does he get a pass for last year? Like
Dak?
Like the Lucases of the world, like kind of hating on Dak.
No,
having another
he
shit
led
year.
the league in interceptions. Didn't play half the season.
And the same thing, though. I'm saying not playing half the season, like coming in rusty. Does he get a pass there? No pass. Does Deshaun Watson get a pass?
Rain Dakota. Deshaun, I'll give a little bit of a pass.
Why is he?
Because he didn't play for like a year and a half.
Isn't the same thing with Pat or Dak?
No, he was out the league for a whole year.
Dak Prescott?
No, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. I'm giving Dak a little pass. Just a little one.
And Dak's like never proven that he can be that good. Like Deshaun Watson proved that he can be a dog when he's not getting handsy with
how
massage girls.
I don't even know how. I can't think of like the highest paid players there. Washington was number 3 last year, and they didn't do dick.
Washington?
Yeah. Tennessee was 4.
Yeah. Who's their quarterback?
KC was 6.
Carson Wentz.
Maybe there's a little bit of a correlation there, but not so much. And again, the Lions are only really there because their offensive line.
Coordinator means a lot too. Like the guy or the head coach, whoever's calling the plays,
1,000%.
That means a lot. That's why I don't know if Dallas is going to be as good this year without Kellen Moore.
Yeah,
I'll have to see who. I don't even know who their coordinator is now. But
we were talking about the other week. It's Schottenheimer.
Oh yeah.
But a different Schottenheimer, not the Maudie Schottenheimer.
I think they might take a step back. Kellen Moore's a very good OC, but we'll see what's going on there. They did add Brandon Cooks, which is he's a solid receiver everywhere he goes. He's had 1,000 yards in like 4 different jerseys or something like that. It's pretty crazy.
I'm giving Dak a pass. Dak will never get a pass with that O-line.
Yeah, Rain Dakota.
That O-line's not what it used to be.
It's not. They don't have Travis Frederick anymore. They don't have what's his name? The tackle. I can't remember.
Tyron Smith.
Yeah.
Did he get? Yeah. Denver Blair. Eazy. Go be a Bears fan. Eazy never has faith in the Lions. So I'm not fucking throating the Detroit Lions for every fucking single move they make. I applaud the good ones. I'm gonna give you my fucking opinion.
Yeah, what do you?
I don't.
What made him?
It's still top 10 offense, Bubba. I don't understand why you're upset.
Oh, because you said top 7.
Yeah, I don't understand. There's no reason to be upset there. It's fucking.
Brandon Cooks needs insurance now. Says Almighty Jamo. Facts. Bo's about to get that AARP card like Eazy.
Fucking never wants to tune in. Hey, Detroit Lions going to be the number 1 team at everything. Every single fucking thing. If not, you're not a fan. Or sound and reasonable mind. Just in. Horseshoes, I dick 60% off. Tell us about Big Boy.
Big Boy. Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy. You can try classic breakfast items like strawberry hotcakes or mouth-watering red velvet waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, try the strawberry bacon chicken wrap or cool off with the refreshing summer splash salad. And don't forget to grab dessert, including the berry delicious classic strawberry pie, deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and more at the Big Boy.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
We aren't quite sure if they consume more beer or sports. Either way, the heavyweights are here. live on Woodward Sports, daily 5 to 7 p.m.
What up, though, and welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I forgot I was doing a 5-iron.
I was
play, practice, and party
I was like, where
at
is this
5-iron Golf, located in downtown Detroit inside the Cambria Hotel. Downtown's newest sports bar has taken 13 TrackMan simulators, certified instructors, and a full bar and restaurant, and made the best place to chill at. Mention promo code Woodward at your checkout for 50% off your first visit, and visit 5irongolf.com to tee up good times. That's 5irongolf.com. He's just preying on Jared Goff's downfall.
Is that what he said?
No, that's a different guy.
Oh, that's Detroit Browns.
That's funny. I definitely don't sound like that. that's also right.
That is pretty funny.
He does that.
Chill out, my guy.
All right. Actually, this is a fire ass topic. I don't even know what this where it's coming from. Is if it's from an interview, for something like a video of.
Oh, it was an article from Detroit Sports Podcast. So
Okay.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to John. That's our guy, John.
Yeah.
What happened?
Apparently, Aiden Hutchinson. has been talking with J.J. Watt about his second-year jump, about what's going on there. You know, trying to get the lowdown, different things about what's happening, how he did it, what procedures he used. Because J.J. Watt's second-year jump is when he had like 20 and a half sacks or 22 and a half sacks or something crazy like that. So Aiden Hutchinson has been talking with J.J. Watt, who we know is one of the best defensive players of our generation, about what he did, how he got into the shape, how he got prepared to make that giant leap from year one to year two. And we're hoping the same thing out of Aiden Hutchinson. I mean, I'm not expecting 20 sacks, but I got him at 13 and a half. And
you have JJ's numbers in front of you right now?
I can talk about it. I'll pull it up.
Okay, yeah. Listen, this gets me going. This hypes me up. There is not a player, especially at the defensive side of the ball, that plays the same position as like your star player, Aiden Hutchinson. There's not anybody more you'd like to be rubbing shoulders with other than J.J. Watt.
Yeah,
sorry, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say.
He's had a stroke. J.J. Watt,
he's joking.
J.J. Watt, year one, had 5.5 sacks, and year two, he had 20 and a half sacks. One defensive player of the year, first team All-Pro, and Pro Bowl.
Yeah, there's not company you'd rather him be around than J.J. Watt.
He had 20 and a half sacks twice in his career.
Your star defensive end, your young defensive end, to be around the mind of J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt, too, like, speaking of Hard Knocks, Detroit Lions went Hard Knocks last year was great. But my first Hard Knocks memory was that Texas team where DeAndre Hopkins cooked D'Angelo Hall and broke his fucking ankle.
Brian Cushing being a fucking monster.
On all the steroids.
Yeah.
He was on all the steroids.
Yeah, he was.
Turns out it was true.
Yeah, the dude was an animal.
But then J.J. Watt, that clip of him there till fucking midnight, bro?
Yeah.
Do you remember that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's... Bro, and then again, you're talking about a guy who hit 20 sacks in his career twice.
Yes.
That's insane. Unheard of. I think Aiden has those aspirations.
I think he does, too.
So to fucking, to talk to the guy who's done it, and to know that he's giving him all the fucking right answers because he's retired, there's no competitive edge, and him telling him what not to do and steer him. I don't think that's a thing anyway.
No,
but
no.
JJ, bro, is the fucking perfect person you want mentoring and aiding Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, because the guy did everything. It wasn't only sacks. It was fumbles, forced fumbles, fumble recoveries. Like, his second... Bro, what? Year two, he had 20 and a half sacks.
Yeah.
2 fumble recoveries. 4 forced fumbles.
Jesus.
16 pass defenses.
JJ Swat. You remember that year?
Yeah, oh yeah.
JJ Swat.
39 tackles for loss.
It's more than even the mentality too, bro.
Dude's a fucking monster.
It's the fact that Aiden, the ceiling of Aiden is JJ Watt, and that's still crazy expectations to put on anybody.
Yes.
Because as you just heard the numbers that Spinny read, those are fucking insane.
He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
But the style of play that JJ had too, I remember I had this argument back when I was like 16, 17. Shout out to Billy over at Boatyard Grill. It's my guy.
Shout out Billy.
But at that time, I was flying Slappy. I'm thinking Dominic was the best defensive tackle in the league. He had the argument that J.J. Watt was the best defensive tackle in the league. But J.J. Watt was technically a defensive end. But then you look at him, he's playing inside, he's playing outside, he's playing all over the fucking place. Guess what Aiden can do? Play inside, play
yeah.
outside, play all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
In a 2-point stance, 3-point stance, inside the defensive line, outside the defensive line. Like, bro, this gets me fucking juiced. I'm not gonna lie. This is the fucking guy. There's no one. Is there a better mentor you can think of top of your head?
No, not off the top of my head. This is, like you said, the play style is similar. They're both white. It's.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
No, this is a guy that obviously Aiden Hutchinson should be picking his brains. He should be asking him how he did things. Like I said, going from his rookie season where he played all 16 games, started all 16 games, and he had a good year. I mean, nothing crazy, but 4 pass defenses, 2 fumble recoveries, 5.5 sacks. 13 tackles for loss, and then literally the next year, his second year in the league, goes for 16 pass defenses, 4 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 20.5 sacks, 81 combined tackles, 39 tackles for loss, and wins Defensive Player of the Year. Like, that is the guy you want to talk to about making a leap. That is the guy you want to talk to about what he did in the offseason, what he did to prepare himself, how he got into that type of shape. And like you said, their play style could be very similar. You can move around Aiden like J.J. Watt got moved around in those Houston years. Aiden's white. J.J. Watt's white. That's all I got. They're both very aggressive players. They're both very aggressive players. They both play very physically. They are both very good in the run as well as rushing the passer. So, yeah, this is the perfect guy that I want to be, I don't want to say mentoring Aiden Hutchinson, but that's who I want Aiden Hutchinson talking to, especially about that fucking jump from year 1 to year 2.
Yeah. I mean, by the way, too, like, I'm sure he's just as much a mentor to another guy who plays in the league, plays for the Steelers. He's really fucking good. He also plays the edge position. TJ Watt?
I think so.
Yeah. I feel like, JJ probably helped that guy out quite a bit, too.
Yeah, I would think so.
TJ Watt, did he break the sack record? Or came close to it?
No, he was like 1 away.
Ah, shit. I'm off. But, nonetheless, TJ Watt's a fucking dog. I guarantee you TJ Watt's part of that process.
22.5 sacks in 2021.
Who?
TJ Watt had 22.5 sacks.
Yeah, dog, that's fucking nasty. That's disgusting. Listen, bro. I might have to join the fucking bandwagon. Like the shot
the
Denver
Hutch bandwagon.
Yeah, if you guys want me to like take a break from reality real quick and join you in
back to reality
shit.
Hey, yo.
I might be willing to join you with Aiden Hutchinson stuff.
13
you say 13.5?
13.5 is what I got.
Fuck, that's a lot, man.
It's not a lot. He's playing 17 games. It's not even a sack a game.
If JJ's in his corner,
JJ got 20.5.
if they're tight, what if JJ's like, yeah, you gotta keep us Watts looking good out there, bro? As long as it results in us winning games and him getting sacks.
All the shit he did for
Houston,
yeah, during the hurricane
JJ's a great
relief.
guy.
Yeah, JJ's the man.
JJ is the man. Fuck it. Aiden Hutchinson, 13 sacks.
13.5.
13.5 sacks. Fuck it. 16 sacks season coming up.
Oh,
why not?
Who led the league in sacks last year?
I think it was Micah Parsons.
18, right?
Yeah. Man, Micah Parsons is a fucking monster.
No, it was Nick Bosa.
Wow, what do you have? 19?
18
Today, Junior?
18.5.
Okay, that Parsons had 18.
Hassan Reddick was 2 with 16. Garrett also had 16. And then Chris Jones, Matt Judon, Alex Highsmith.
Who?
I don't know. Chris Jones had 15.5. Matt Judon had 15.5. Alex Highsmith from the Steelers had 14.5. And then Michael Parsons had 13.5.
Damn.
J.J. Watt still had 12.5 sacks last year, which is top 10 in the NFL. It's fucking crazy. The year before he retires, he had 13.5 sacks.
That's like with some type of heart condition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This news gets me jacked. This news on top of, like, I guess combine it with, like, the facts behind it with the additions the defense has, not just on the defensive line, but in the backfield, too, is just, that's something to be excited for, bro.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited for what Aiden Hutchinson can do next year. I'm really excited to see him go out there and make plays. Danny G says Hutch, 30 sacks incoming. You know?
Legend in the building.
Nothing surprises me. If Hutchinson goes for 30 sacks, I'll tell you I said it. No, but I expect him to have a big year. I expect him to make a big jump. Lucas still doesn't have a fucking wrench. What a bum.
Can you give Lucas a wrench?
No, don't give him a wrench. He doesn't deserve it.
No, he does.
No one's disrespecting
Believe
Alex
him
Highsmith.
later.
But before we do that, JB, you're the residential slappy in the building, in the room, I should say.
Yep.
What does this news mean to you? A guy's got the Lions going to the Super Bowl.
I mean, just seeing Hutch even have contact with JJ, just picking his brain about what he did to make that leap from year 1 to year 2, that shows a lot right there. That shows that he is more than willing to put in that extra time and effort to be out there and just advance his skills that he has already. I mean, we've seen it the year before, how much he put in, and your guys are saying 13.5 sacks. Like, I can see it. I can see it, but, I'm still going to put my man James Houston up there as well, too, so...
Yeah,
13.5, I'm still with it.
You said Houston's going to have more, right?
Yeah.
That was one of your bold predictions?
Yeah. I mean, they'll be both up there, but I'm still pulling for Houston to have more than Aiden.
That's racist. All right. I see, JB.
I mean, Aiden, JJ, they're both white,
What do you think?
What?
I don't know.
What?
Do you like him talking with JJ? You like all that?
Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, I just said it for 15. Yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to not like.
It's hard not to like.
Yeah.
I mean, like there was like it was you're allowed to have questions about the defense because of what it was last year, but like some news like this, partnered with the fact that how Aiden started looking the second half of that season, a little bit more consistency there too. Yeah, you're allowed to like the fuck out of it.
Detroit Supremacy says we're not allowing you to jump on the bandwagon now, Spartan Spencer. You were preying on his downfall.
Yeah, dude, you fucking.
I know, man.
Every night before you slept, you prey on Jared Goff and Aiden's downfall.
I thought that would have snuck through the cracks. No, I don't give a shit about where you went to college once you're in the professionals. Like, doesn't matter.
If there is one thing or several things that you would want Aiden Hutchinson to specifically take from JJ Watt, I mean, obviously the numbers are insane and you want the numbers, but is there particular moves or just kind of mentalities, approach, workouts? Is there anything that you're looking at that you would want Aiden Hutchinson to specifically gain from his time with in conversations with JJ?
I think his arms are just too short to do what JJ did, swatting the ball down. Those fucking 32 inchers, man.
32-inch pythons.
A fun fact: I have a signed autograph from Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
And I made him write 32-inch pythons.
Hell yeah.
Because it was just such a big.
And you didn't give that up.
Well, no, I have one that's him. They actually signed.
Oh, okay.
The one I'm keeping myself is 32-inch pythons all day.
Yeah.
All day. Only the real ones remember that one too. But
100%.
If I'm taking any specific attribute away from JJ Watt that I'd like Aiden Hutchinson to get, it's the 22 sacks. But no, for real, that obviously for sure. But the swats. Because JJ was so effective in like every element of it. Like if he wasn't getting the sack, he was getting his arms up to try to knock the ball down.
Yeah.
And then if he's, I don't fucking know, bro. That does got me excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. And if you get too excited and I don't know, end up doing something crazy, you might need someone to talk to about it. And that is SMA or the Sports Marketing Agency. The Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
I don't know if I had to do a read. I was nervous real quick. I was like, oh shit, I was not prepared.
I said too.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights live at woodsports.com. Just like a bunch of you guys have it already. 5-star review on all podcast platforms. When's that wrestling podcast dropping, JB? I want to shout it out.
I'm not too sure. I know we're recording it tonight, so.
JB, D-Mac, got a podcast coming out here soon, a wrestling one. Fucking nerds. Bro, I can't believe D-Mac. What a legend.
He's a legend for sure.
What a legend.
I want to go punch him in the gut. We'll see.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, D-Man?
Check it out.
Give him a kidney shot. That would have been a sick Dragon place.
Colin Cowherd released his playoff predictions for the NFC. I have yet to see these. I can only assume he has enough common sense to put the Detroit Lions at no.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you dirty dog.
Yeah, so here they are.
Jesus, it's so small.
Yeah, zoom in, Chris. Come on.
Zoom in.
Okay.
You got Eagles winning their division, Lions winning their division. He's got the Panthers winning the South.
What?
James has the Saints. They both got the Niners. They both got the Cowboys. Colin has the Saints and the Vikings is the wild cards. And Jason has the Bears and the Vikings as the wild cards. So neither of them think the Seahawks are making the playoffs, which is pretty wild.
What's the stat? Like 4 teams a year missed the playoffs that were previously in it before?
I don't know.
Chris, can you throw that back up there real quick? I just want to apologize. Seahawks missing it, but they both have the wild card Vikings. I don't understand how you could watch that team and think they're making the wild card, but all right, whatever.
Over the Seahawks.
Jason has 3 NFC North teams. The
Yes.
NFC North is pretty fucking weak. That's wild too. Cowboys a wild card. I can see that. 49ers West, Saints. Why the Bears and Panthers highlighted? Oh, because they're so bad last year, or
something. Yeah, surprises.
I don't hate it.
Or it's different than the other person. I think not having the Seahawks is pretty wild.
That is wild. Wild. Like, no, I mean, I don't want to say wild like that, but like, for a team, like if you want to be just as high on the Detroit, every reason you want to be high on the Detroit Lions is like young players in their second year, then adding sprinkling a little bit more talent on top of that. The Seahawks just did the same thing. They signed that defensive tackle from the Denver Broncos, who, say what you want about their season last year, the defense was still really, really good. The fact they were in half those games they were in was because of that defense. There's the worst offense in the entire league last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sean Payton did the cardinal no-no and called out the previous coaching job, which everyone's freaking out over, which I don't get why they're freaking out over. He's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong at all.
Well,
it was a shit job by Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah, was that a fucking secret?
Yeah.
Like, nobody knew it was one of the worst coaching jobs I've ever seen? Like, no, it was fucking horrendous. But nonetheless, they added him, something Jones. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. And they got JSN. They're adding to DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Like, that was already like a nice little receiver duo. They just add JSN to that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think Charbonnet got hurt. I don't remember what it was
Doesn't
specifically.
matter. They got Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker got a groin injury too, I was going to say.
Really?
Yeah. Effective fancy. That's why I wanted to let you know.
Damn. Yeah.
But I think he'll be back by week 1.
He better be.
Nonetheless, he's still
I
a
already
beast.
drafted him twice.
The offensive line that was way better than anybody expected last year took another step forward too.
Yeah.
They had that surprise. What's his name? The
Tariq
defensive.
Woolen.
Yeah, Tariq Woolen.
Ballin'.
And then sprinkled on a little fucking top 5 pick
Devon
in
Witherspoon.
Devon Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
Adams coming back healthy. The safety.
Yeah, Adams and Diggs, probably the best safety tandem in the league. Jamal Adams kind of overrated though.
How are we sleeping on this team?
I don't know. And they got Pete Carroll. They got a Super Bowl winning head coach. Like I don't know. Does not make sense to me. To say the Seahawks aren't going to make the playoffs is pretty wild.
Yeah, that is wild to me.
I mean, the Rams being better than them.
I did. Backed off from that one.
You did.
Backed off from that one.
I want to see
found
their
out the
depth
Rams
chart
have
again.
32 rookies currently.
I guess Stetson Bennett's been slinging it at practice.
I've saw a couple of highlights too. I'm mind blown. Did not expect that.
Yeah.
It's crazy that like
what was that guy's name?
There's no way that carries into like his NFL
Russ
career.
East.
Russ East.
Russ East.
Who was that?
He's the starting free safety for the Rams.
Dude, he's a beast. You ever heard
He's
of
a
him?
sleeper.
Dude, easily gonna win
Most
the
intriguing player to watch.
They got some weapons on the defensive line though. Obviously, Aaron Donald. They got Bobby Brown. You know, he likes to beat people up.
Jesus.
Kobe Turner. Dude, their team is fucking trash.
The Minnesota Vikings were on there in the wild card, which I did want to shit on, but we had another segment. I guess I could halfway tie into this. It was like, which NFC North draft class scares you the most? And after like looking at the list, it's between the Packers, but easy the Vikings for me. Just
throw it up.
Throw it up. Throw it
Which
up.
one do you want?
Throw up the Vikings.
Vikings.
Watch it all falling out. He puts up the Bears.
The Jordan Addison one.
Jordan Addison.
See how smart I am?
Good job, Chris.
That
like
scares you the most?
Yeah, I think. Them or the Packers. You want the Packers one up?
Throw it up.
Throw it up. Look at Chris. Good job, Chris.
Lucas Van Ness. Your boy Lucas Van Ness. Luke Musgrave. Jaden Reed.
By the way, no hype. Oh my God, I forgot about Jaden Reed.
Yeah, Jaden Reed's the man.
Fuck, they got Jaden Reed.
Shout out Jaden Reed.
Actually, I changed my mind to the Packers.
What about the Bears?
And then here's the Bears.
Throw it up. Darnell Wright, Javon Dexter, Tyreek Stevenson, Zach Pickens, Roshan Johnson. Yeah. Noah
Panay's
Sewell.
brother.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Noah Sewell thing?
I mean, I don't think he's going to be that.
Think he's going to be a guy?
No, I think he's going to be a special teams guy.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a guy either.
And they just paid fucking $100 million in linebackers. So.
But who's the guy that's in the 49ers, like the safety? Wasn't he like a 5th round pick?
Haufunga?
Yeah.
Tua Haufunga? I don't know how to say his name.
Do you think Noah Sewell could be like one of those? No. Is he a freak athlete? No, I think he had a horrible 40.
No,
yeah.
I mean, I think he'll be a special teams guy. I don't think he's going to be anything special in the league.
So which draft class was it, the Vikings or the Packers for you?
Lucas said, shout out to Russ East, 419 member. Went to the same high school as Charles Woodson. Toledo! Russ East sucks. Packers? Yeah, probably the Packers.
Yeah, probably the Packers. I will say this, though. Oh, actually, you see Romeo Dobbs, Sauce, Yair Alexander?
Mm-hmm.
That's the team I'm telling you in the NFC North to be scared of. I mean, I'm not too scared of any of these guys, but there's one. It's the Packers. I don't care what anybody has to say. They didn't specify who threw the ball to Romeo Dobbs, but he was good when he was healthy last year. Obviously, Christian Watson did what he did. Aaron Jones is who he is. A respectable offensive line. And I don't think they just re-signed Jordan Love for, like, no reason.
I think they did.
And he's been in the same offense for multiple years. Packers over Vikings.
Jordan Love ain't it.
Actually, who do you think finishes second?
Check Silver Stripes. I think it's the Vikings.
The Vikings?
Yeah.
Why? How?
Hi.
He just traded away fucking Dalvin Cook.
They still got a great offense. They still got weapons.
Who outside of Addison and freaking
Justin Jefferson?
Yeah, that's
Alexander Madison's a good
what
player.
more do you need?
Yeah,
I like KJ Osborne.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do. That's why I said it.
You don't.
I do.
You don't. You're just saying it.
No.
Nobody likes KJ Osborne.
I like KJ Osborne.
How do you like KJ Osborne? He's done nothing.
Because he's a big guy who can stretch the field and make plays.
He's done nothing.
He sauced the Lions last year.
He had one catch against fucking Kirby in his first game. Not even Kirby. It was somebody else at that point. KJ Osborne's, I don't want to say trash, but he ain't nothing.
He's not trash.
I like KJ Osborne.
I like KJ Osborne.
No, the fuck you don't. You're
I
just
do.
saying that. I would say once upon a time I did like Irv Smith over there.
He had 60 receptions last year for 650 yards and 5 touchdowns. And in
anime.
And in 2021, he had 50 catches for 655 yards and 7 touchdowns. He's definitely not trash. He's a good player.
Yeah, you picking him up fantasy?
He's all right.
I played him in fantasy before.
Lucas has his. Sometimes he has takes backed by stuff, and sometimes I feel like he's just saying shit. The Jordan Love, Desmond Ridder, the hate against his guy, his Ohio State guy. He's a Texas. I can't think of his name right now. Number 2 quarterback.
Oh,
off the board.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, CJ Stroud. It's like I don't know, man. He just be saying shit to say it. Toledo Fall Detroit
Yeah,
fans
see?
struggling.
Lucas likes KJ Osborne. He's smart. He never has bad takes. Believe us later. That's all I'm saying.
Believe him at some point.
I just remember KJ Osborne looking like doo-doo water against the Lions a couple times. Helped us and he killed us, actually.
Yeah.
Game, so.
I like KJ Osborne. I think he's a good player.
It's not enough for me to be like, yeah, that's the next step up in a lead off, like with all these damn weapons.
I mean, he's a good piece.
Solid piece.
Solid piece. Yeah, he's a good, solid piece.
Good, solid piece. You know, he's from Detroit, actually, or Michigan.
Tell us about Randy Wise.
I'll tell you guys about Randy Wise. It's the only place you can go to join the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour with the likes of Darren McCarty, playing injured and still winning championships. Still blows my mind. Braylon Edwards, Jim Harbaugh. You know, he's got time to golf. He's got suspended for 4 games. Stop by any Randy Wise automotive team location for your opportunity to join the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tours. We'll be right back.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Big Boy Strawberry Fest has officially arrived, and we're here to show you the very best flavors of the season. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and a slice of our classic strawberry pie. But that's not all. Cool off on a refreshing summer splash salad, or savor the flavors of our chicken Caesar wrap and strawberry bacon chicken wrap. And for breakfast lovers, don't miss out on our strawberry hotcakes or our mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Strawberry Fest is something for everyone. Celebrate the sweet season with us at Big Boy.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
When buying or selling real estate, flexibility and control over the sales process is key. Sellers, how would you like the freedom of canceling your listing agreement at any time for any reason, with no penalty? That is exactly what Mark White and Associates offer. It's called the Minute-by-Minute Listing Agreement by Mark White and Associates. Try Mark White's risk-free minute-to-minute listing agreement today. Look to buy or sell real estate? Visit markwhitesells.com or call 248-290-8242 or visit markwhitesells.com, where flexibility meets success.
Look what they're talking about on the ESPN.
ESPN's talking about Dan Campbell hating Jameson Williams. No, I don't know what they're talking about. What were they talking about? I just saw Dan Campbell.
They're just talking about the Lions.
I realized today too, with the Detroit Lions having like the primetime slot, the opening day primetime slot, that is non-stop coverage of the Detroit Lions until that Sunday.
Yeah.
Like, that's all there's going to be talked about. I pray they perform. Even in the loss, I pray they perform. Huh?
It's on Thursday. The Lions.
No, I'm saying it's non-stop coverage until Sunday, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Thursday game's gonna happen, and Friday is Detroit Lions versus Chiefs. Saturday's Detroit Lions versus Chiefs, and Sunday they talk about the season.
That's why, bro. If they fucking win,
non-stop coverage,
they would put the world on notice.
Means our numbers are sparking up, boys.
They would put the world on notice.
Shout to Ski Mask Boy,
Drake Cole, in the Woodward Sports chat, just making sure that was the right name. Drake Cole, 2 mid rappers. He
chill.
He's got
relax, fam.
He says Mims is him.
Tupac out here for saying that
and shit. Tupac's also mid, but
yo, what the fuck?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Tupac's not mid, but I prefer.
He's just not Biggie.
I prefer Biggie. Yeah.
Yeah, Biggie's a better rapper.
Tupac's got the influence though.
Yeah.
But he said Mims is him, and
Biggie
they were
admitted
talking about.
dick.
Dan Campbell did talk about Mims
I
today.
still never met a girl that fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look so fine, I'd suck your daddy's.
Never met a girl that fine. But Dan Campbell talked about Mims today, and he said he does a lot of things. He said he makes him. He's a guy that's never played.
That's some simp ass shit, bro. What the fuck? I'm just trying to think, like, ever since it's been so bad, I'm willing to suck and cock for her.
He said some sus things. He's definitely got sus bars.
Is there other sus bars?
I mean, he in Dead Wrong, he talks about
relax and take notes
while I take totes of the marijuana smoke. He said, after she sucked the dick, I stabbed her brother with the ice pick because he wanted me to fuck him from the back. But Smalls don't get down like that. Yeah, he's got some sus bars for sure. He says, I kiss my homies goodnight.
Tom Brady.
Make sure the dicks are looking right.
If she don't fuck him right, I'm gonna fuck him. All right, sorry, I'm not gonna say
no. He says,
what?
He says, I fucked him with the broom, slid him down the back, and threw salt in the wounds.
Yeah, he did say that.
Who you think you're dealing with? Anybody who steps into my path is fucking feeling it. He said, hardcore, I gotta suck like a pussy.
Wait, what?
That's a line.
This is hardcore, I gotta what?
I gotta suck like a... Can we say pussy?
Yeah, what do you mean? We call Adam Rank a pussy every other day.
Oh, yes, but that's calling somebody a pussy and referring to...
A pussy as a pussy?
Yeah. I think it's different.
Vagina?
Yeah. I feel like pussy's aggressive.
Now? Pussy does feel aggressive. Have you ever, like... had that exchange with the girl like
Let me
via
see
text?
that
You're like,
pussy.
yeah, like, do I use this word?
That's like
or just use the I go
or
emoji.
like saying cock. Like cock is.
Yeah, stop.
Cock
I don't
is
even like hearing
weird.
cock.
That's aggressive.
Yeah,
That's weird.
Yeah,
It's like those are like porn. terms.
Lucas says cock.
Yeah,
I
know.
want to smack him.
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
That makes so much sense.
It does make sense. Lucas looks like a cock.
He does. Sid Vicious.
He kind of does. Sid Vicious. Shout out. No, but text exchange. You're getting close to the girl. Yeah. Do you use pussy or do you like use the emoji?
No, I'll use like emoji or I'll use like, I don't know, innuendos.
Chris, you're the most eligible bachelor here. Chris is not dirty talk.
No, for sure. I use emojis, but like when it gets to a point, you can start letting that P word fly, and like, and especially like in the moment, you're definitely saying that shit. Oh, this shit's so good. Like,
shout out to Ski Mask Boys though. They said just got back from Boyne Mountain, cutting the neighbor's grass and getting laid, brother. That's legendary.
Hell yeah.
Just getting some poom for cutting some grass.
Brother.
What were you gonna say though before
Keep
I
the
really
heavyweights
interrupted
on in the background.
He did, yeah. That's what he said.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he took a break to comment. He's a fucking real one.
Legendary.
He had to pause it. He said because you said something about KJ Osborne. He wanted to let you know he's fucking ass water.
No, KJ Osborne's the man.
He's not the man. Relax. You're going too far now. What were you gonna say though before?
Top 5 receiver in the
J.
league.
Cole does not have weak bars. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah. What, is somebody else saying that?
J. Cole can't write a hook to save his life.
That's a little bit more fair.
Yeah,
don't save her.
She don't want to be
saved.
La di da di da. It's not a hook though. Futures go to that writing hooks, so I
But
can't.
I don't like that song at all.
Yeah.
But
with that bullshit.
J-Rock's verse is honestly worse than Future's, isn't it? My whip been ready, my click been ready, my bitch been ready.
No.
Yeah.
That's
a Logic ass verse right there, where
Yeah.
I'm just rapping fast, but I'm not saying anything whatsoever.
Nothing's worse than that Future verse.
Future verse is bad. But J. Cole, what pissed me off with J. Cole was all of his features and every fucking verse he had on Revenge of the Dreamers were so fucking fire. And then his album was like,
You don't think? I think he snapped. Okay, the hooks thing, I totally agree with you. I like the hooks on the off season, but those verses he was ripping like Amari.
Yeah, I mean,
he was ripping. 95
still, like,
South was one of the hardest intros.
I put Born Sinner over anything he's made, any of his other projects after.
And that's fair. To me, it's just too bloated. Like, if I'm going to listen to one of those albums in its entirety, I'm listening to off season because it's 40 minutes. You get in, you get out. It's great rapping.
I
Like,
listened
I'm
to Born
good with
Sinner
that.
so much when it came out.
Born Sinner has great highs.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
Born Sinner is like peak. But then there's a lot of songs that like you
Shit,
forget.
I used to roll down Lewis Street with.
Damn. Some hoes in the past like
Damn, Cole, wish I knew that you would be rich. Well, you should have asked. It's funny how these heathens on some real big cool with me shit. I bag two bitches like it's two of me, bitch.
Yeah.
Finally
It's a
got my
great
own
album.
bedroom in this bitch.
No
more sleeping in my brother room.
And man, might as well be sleeping in my mother room.
Yeah, that's
how I'm supposed to sleep.
that whole
hoes.
album's
Most comfortable song to listen to, which I blew
Almighty
my mind.
Jamo, that Utopia album was so mid. Facts.
was not mid.
Facts.
Utopia's mid.
It's not even close to mid. It's just not Astro.
No, it's
You
mid.
just
this is what
hype
I
up
hate.
any
You're a hype
album that
beast.
released.
You're a
No,
hype
I
beast.
don't.
You are a
No,
hype
I
beast.
don't.
Yeah.
Utopia was mid.
Hype crease.
I hype albums that are good.
It's his worst album.
It's not his worst album.
What's his worst album?
It's not worse than Birds. Although
Birds is way better than
Although
Utopia.
Birds has Pick Up the Phone, and that's better than any song on this album.
Pick Up the Phone,
But this
baby.
album's way more consistent.
Yeah.
Utopia is way more consistent.
Pick up
dog.
that phone,
Like,
baby.
come on, bro. We're not doing.
Birds
we're
is
not
way
doing that.
better than Utopia.
I like Birds. I like Birds, but I don't think it's better than Utopia.
It is.
Hype beast.
Utopia's mid.
No.
That's the name of Chris's rap podcast.
What else have I overhyped that was wrong?
Ski Mask says, I'm in
Exactly.
between lawns right now. I'm like the pool boy on the block.
Jesus. You're doing
Chris, you hype every album.
You're hyping the off season too.
You said Beyonce's the greatest of all time.
The off season was a phenomenal album.
See, that's too
it's,
much hype.
I think it's phenomenal.
Utopia's mid. But that'll do it for us today. We appreciate you all tapping into the
Man, you
Woodward
were saying
Heavyweights
something.
live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platforms, leave a 5-star review. For the man to my left, the one and
MF
only
Doom is
Speak
fire.
Easy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, JB Smooth on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Raxter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
She said, well, I was on the phone cooking me and my baby some breakfast.
And she said, hey, something wrong, it's popping. I said, what? She said, yeah. I said, no. So the girl come downstairs, she come out her apartment with her baby with no shoes on. I said, oh, girl, it's cold outside. She said, something ain't right. I said, oh, man. She said, oh, man, the building is on fire. I said, no, what? I got my 3 kids and we bounced out. We ain't gonna be in no fire, not today.